breaking down the deals, data, and disruption shaping global markets. You're listening to The Daily Ledger with Dennis Sert.
Hey folks, it is Friday, June 5th, 2026. You're listening to The Daily Ledger Show, and I am your host, Dennis Sert. Great to be here with you tonight. Good to be back. We're just going to do a little mic check here. Looking good. We got some good stories we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about SpaceX is about to be in your 401k, whether you like it or not. We're going to talk about Anthropic urges global pause in AI development, flags self-improvement risk. How much value is AI really creating? From the British FT.com, Financial Times. Google will pay SpaceX $920 million per month for compute. It's a hefty sum. Scary Movie 6 debuts with 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, but may not be actually that bad. And we're going to talk about it. Spoiler alert, it's actually really apparently good. And finally, we're going to talk about Supergirl box office tracking points to even worse start than Disney's struggling Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh, it's hard to imagine anything worse than that, to be honest. But we're gonna find out. You know, I trust James Gunn with my life when it comes to him just churning out slop. So we'll have to see about that. Before we get into it, make sure to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, follow if you're on Instagram Reels or you're on TikTok. Make sure to share all the little shorts, Reels, and TikToks. That's how I get most of the views here. The long form is mostly for people who like long form content, but I like short form more. Short form, man, I gotta do my short form content. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, do share those around. It helps a lot. Okay, we're gonna jump right in. SpaceX is about to be in your 401k, whether you like it or not. Elon Musk's rocket company, on the cusp of the largest initial public offering ever, will soon end up in index funds after rule changes by NASDAQ and other index providers. So here's the thing. This is what all the financial people have been kind of talking about. They've been talking about why is it that NASDAQ changed their rules to allow SpaceX? So the big thing is, if you've been living under a rock, SpaceX is doing their IPO. They're going public. That means you can buy SpaceX stock on Robinhood, Fidelity, whatever. But apparently NASDAQ has changed their rules, and this happened in May. They changed their rules to allow SpaceX to be fast-tracked into like the big index funds and like the S&P 500, everything. So that's what's going on. Let's see. So in the article itself, it says, most indexes like the NASDAQ 100 do not add companies until a year after they go public to protect index funds, the widely used investment vehicles that track the indexes from trading volatility. So kind of talked about that. So there's like a fast entry type thing. And then, you know what's crazy though? Of course, New York Times is going to spin it. So here's a former Wall Street lawyer, and he goes, "It's historically unprecedented. You can try to reorient your retirement accounts to avoid funds invested in AI companies, but most people aren't going to be doing that. They're kind of left out in the dust here." So it's kind of funny because the New York Times is like kind of touting around this random lawyer no one knows about. And the lawyer's like, "Oh no, you can't escape from SpaceX." It's like, okay, like what are we even doing? Because it's like, so, oh no, how can we avoid making money, guys? Like, just most people aren't going to be avoiding making money. Most people aren't going to be able to avoid Elon. Like, why would you? Yeah, like if I want to win, I probably don't want to avoid the SpaceX IPO entering the NASDAQ 100. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh, but most people aren't going to be avoiding Elon Musk companies. Most people aren't going to be avoiding making money. Yeah. And so, of course, the whole like New York Times technology page is essentially, let me just translate these articles for you here. Article 1, you can't do anything about SpaceX joining NASDAQ. Article 2, evil white man keeps woman down. And then they're like, Gwynne Shawwell, the president and COO, is the adult in the room. It's like, bitch, who hired that bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, shut the fuck up. And then Article 3 is like, oh, you're a nerd if you like SpaceX. It's like, okay, like I'm sensing a theme here. It's almost like they really don't like one specific guy and his companies. I just can't really put my finger on it. Is it Bezos? Is it Zuckerberg? Like I just really don't know, guys. Like what the hell? Anthropic urges global pause in AI development, flags quote self-improvement risk from the Wall Street Journal. The $1 trillion startup warns AI models are nearing capability to improve without human intervention. Here's Anthropic say, oh my God, guys, we're getting too good. My lobster's too buttery, everybody. Can anyone help me with that? Guys, I have too many abs. Help me. Guys, I have too much money. What am I going to do? Help me. Anthropic is calling for the top AI labs to weigh slowing the pace of development, suggesting that AI systems are advancing so rapidly that they may soon be able to improve themselves without human intervention in ways that could pose significant societal risks. Bitch, if this isn't already happening, like all of you have skill issues and need to be fired immediately. Like I can't have my engineers being like, guys, I can't allow, like I'm literally every company, every software engineer in the world is using Claude Code to vibe code, and yet somehow I can't vibe code a better model. It's like if you can't do that, you have a skill issue and you need to be fired. Okay? Okay. Thank you. So that's what's going on there. So how about that? Speaking of AI, the Financial Times, it's an op-ed, says, how much value is AI really creating? And then it shoves this like chart in your face. Basically, the idea of the article is like, oh, well, it's not really 290% of an increase in productivity. It's actually only 30% increase in productivity. Oh, wow. Yeah. Guys, we really shouldn't use AI. It only increases our productivity by 30%. Yeah, it doesn't seem good. I mean, I'd rather lose productivity. I'd rather be less productive this quarter, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be like minus 15 for it to really work. It's got to be minus 15 for it to be okay, everybody. Like, what is a 30% increase in productivity? What the hell? You're fired. Like, get out of here. Making money for a firm. My God. Oh, yeah. TechCrunch added this new little annoying thing called Admiral. Oh, goodbye. All right. Google will pay SpaceX $920 million per month for compute. Get fucked, TechCrunch. They absolutely hate the guts of Elon Musk and all of his companies. And yet, here we go. Time to eat crow. Time to eat shit, TechCrunch. That's what it's time to do, okay? SpaceX has lined up another compute deal ahead of its historic IPO, this time with Google. The first one was with Anthropic, of course. The company announced the deal in a regulatory filing on Friday. Yes, very good. On June 5th, today, we entered a cloud service agreement with Google with respect to computing capacity. The compute capacity provided includes approximately 110,000 NVIDIA GPUs, CPUs, memory, and other related components. Pursuant to the agreement, the customer has agreed to pay us $920 million per month from October 2026 through June 2029. Honestly, this is why I canceled my ChatGPT subscription. Like, I heard they surpassed like 1 billion weekly active users. Nice job. Okay, great. But it's like, this is where the money's at, like, literally. You know what I'm saying? No, I use Grok now exclusively for like data aggregation, just general stuff, math. It's like fucking calculators, to be honest. And then I use Anthropic's Claude Code for like work and like software engineering, right? So it's like I don't even use ChatGPT anymore. Like 2 years ago, it used to be, honestly, just a year ago, it was like, okay, ChatGPT Pro for everything, and now it's like not even. So yeah, how about that fall from grace there on OpenAI's side? Yeah. Scary Movie 6 debuts with 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. Scary Movie 6, the latest entry in the long-running horror spoof franchise, debuted on Rotten Tomatoes with a shockingly low 20% score from critics. Honestly, it's inverse. So apparently it's really good. I was watching the trailer. It's actually pretty funny. And let me see if I can get it up here while explaining. But yeah, what's funny is that with like critic reviews these days, it's literally just the inverse, right? So if the critics say it's 20%, subtract 100, or 100 minus the critic score, and it's like an 80%, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Let me get this guy up here. Tab, share audio. There we go.
Guess who's back?
Yeah, Eminem. Wow.
My God, he stabbed her. Not her. My pronouns are they, them. He stabbed them.
We back.
Amazing. I'm just gonna stop it there. Like, that alone, honestly, like I love it already. This is just perfect. Yeah, so you can kind of see why it got a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes there by the critics. No. Well, luckily for us, we don't go by fucking bought out access media. Let me tell you, Scary Movie 6 is opening to 40 to $50 million projected box office revenue. Of course, their budget is only $30 million. So just on the first weekend alone, it's projected to already kind of shoot past the break even. So how about that? I'm not her. My pronouns are they, them. Very nice. He stabbed them. And then I think there was something else. This summer, there are no safe spaces. Yes. Very good. Critics say the jokes don't land. Honestly, if they did land, I wouldn't go see the movie. Look at this. This is great. Should I make this a thumbnail? Yeah. Supergirl box office tracking points to even worse start than Disney's struggling Mandalorian and Grogu. Honestly, it's so stupid how like they greenlit Supergirl. It's like terrible, especially after the Superman flop. I mean, it's like so-called debated. It's like, oh well, some numbers show that it didn't flop, but some did. It's like no, it flopped. You multiply. I mean, everybody knows the industry standard way to calculate the box office is you multiply it by 2.5%, by 2.5 times, and then that's how you add the marketing costs, because of course the marketing isn't released out until years past when they're applying for like tax credits and stuff in the UK. But anyways, Supergirl is tracking far behind the Mandalorian and Grogu. And then it goes into it here. If the Mandalorian and Grogu is struggling after opening above $80 million domestically, what does that say about a movie currently projected to launch in the mid $50 million range? And it needs $315 million to break even. Wow. That is just embarrassing. Oh my God. Just give up. At that point, just give up, honestly. Yeah. So that's kind of what's going on there. Okay. I think we're gonna go ahead and end it there. Fun stuff tonight, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.